Hi everyone, happy week 2. So for this one, or this discussion, it was regarding Starbucks and how many locations we predicted in 2010, and to verify if we were close. So first off, I was way off on my prediction, not even close. I had honestly thought even though I was guesstimating, it was pretty high what I guessed. But apparently it was wrong. I had guessed 3,358 stores, and I was way off. So how I initially came up with that number is I subtracted 1992 from 2015, and then multiplied that, the number of years, times 146. Not sure why that popped into my head or why I decided to think that way, but that's how I came up with my number. So in 2015, there were 11,962 locations. So I was off by quite a bit. So in 15 years or later, in 15 years, or 2030, so from 2015 to 2030, I would guess that there would be about 30,000 locations, since technically that is a little over 5 years, which is scary. Anyways, it seems like every time you turn around, there is a Starbucks popping up here and there. My town of like 5,000 has 3 Starbucks. That's side note. As far as how I felt about the assignment, I'm kind of struggling a little bit. Not sure why. Maybe it's because I need to get a scientific calculator, which is in the mail and on the way. So hopefully that will help me a little bit more, since I'm having a hard time figuring it out with the iPhone. But I did notice the amount of Starbucks grew, and they really seem to grow between 2008 and 2015, and it looks like they more than almost tripled and continued to grow, and stay on the growth pattern. Not like the previous years, where before then they seem to grow, but not like ton, just here and there, not too much. And so then around 2019 through now, it grew, but not a ton. Not sure if that's because of COVID, which I'm sure helped a lot in their growth. So one of the things that I also learned about this assignment is I'm really bad at guesstimating. And as far as where this assignment could be applied to, where I work, it could be applied in a couple ways. First off, I work at a hospital, so it could be helpful to use this kind of graph for like the doctor to patient ratio. With more patients, it brings the demand for more providers. And it can also predict if they may need to bring on more providers, or adjust the amount of providers they have, or if there is a small amount of growth. It could just depend that way. Also, say for the summer, because I live on the coast and it gets pretty busy in the summer because of Sand Lake, the numbers could rise significantly. Also a lot of tourists, so those numbers could rise. So that could help maybe in seeing how many providers we needed for like the summer, to kind of adjust those numbers so we would have more providers when we have more patients. And then, adjusting again as the numbers drop again once we get into the fall. It could also predict if we need more or less nurses or other staff, also hospital beds, if the numbers continue to rise or decline. And if the numbers are declining, maybe we just have seasonal staff just to accommodate accordingly. And then, so yeah, I feel like I learned a lot, but at the same time, I'm kind of struggling a little bit. So maybe that's just me and just needing to kind of make it make sense a little bit more. But I did enjoy the assignment. So I hope everyone has a good week.